You ever look at your phone while high? Sometimes I look at my phone and it feels like a monster box and I don't want to fucking touch it. And sometimes I look at my phone and it's like all I want to do. Oh, what's my phone doing? The reason why I don't want to look at my phone is because maybe I'll check my email. And some people's emails are like a world of fun. They have the best time in their email. My email is just a lot of rejections. Oh, let me see. I didn't get into Sundance. Nobody cares. Okay, well, I kind of care, but I care. I care. I feel like they just love rejecting me. Like, my email isn't a fun place. It's like where I come to not feel good enough. So then there's like text messages. Those can be cool. Maybe someone's saying something nice, but a lot of times it's people's needs. Like, people need something, so they're texting. It just feels like someone wants something from me. But there's like Facebook, right? Facebook, I took it off my phone for a while because it was a problem. I was like looking. Then I took it off my phone. I don't look at it as much. So I like broke the cycle. I broke the spell of Facebook, right? I took it off my phone. But when I took Facebook off my phone, I started using Instagram a lot more. Okay, so Instagram, you just like, you look. Some of it's okay, and some of it you're like, why? Some of it you're like, cool. This joint is really small. I don't want to waste it. Oh, like wasting weed isn't cool. Yeah, so I like Instagram, but also sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this? This is small now. Oh, man. This is beyond, it still works though. Okay, it's beginning to hurt my lungs. Back to the phone. The phone. Okay, what else do I do on the phone? Podcasts. Okay, listen to podcasts. Podcasts are great because I'm learning something. I like learning something. But sometimes a podcast can get, did I say that word weird? Sometimes a podcast can get a little complicated and then I have to rewind it more than once. Doesn't make me feel that, I feel smart because I'm learning something. I feel smart because I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm learning about the brain. Cool. But then I feel dumb when I'm like, what? So then I have to like rewind it. So podcasts are good, basically good for self-esteem. You feel smart, little dumb if you're rewinding a lot. If you're not more interesting than a podcast, maybe we shouldn't hang out. I'm not convinced I'm more interesting than a podcast. Sometimes. Like, it depends what podcast. It's still going. What else do I do on my phone? Oh, I make videos. That can be fun. It's fun. Yeah. You can make videos on your phone. This does look really cool though, this like small. I mean, that's so silly. You get the point. I don't need to keep doing that. Okay, so things I do on my phone. But like, sometimes I really don't want to be on it at all because if I'm on my phone, I'm not in the moment, not living life. Like you are living life on your phone. You're living life on your phone. You're definitely like alive. You're living it, but you're not living the life you would be living if you weren't on your phone. So that's the problem. Like the phone makes it so like, everyone's their own magazine and everyone's their own news channel. You're on the phone and you broadcast yourself and then you feel exceptional. You're like, I'm special. I'm broadcasted. But because everyone's broadcasted, we're not special. We're not like really, but we are. You are because there's no other you, but you're not because you're broadcasted. Because, actually, half the population has never even used a phone on the earth, I think. It's like 3.5 billion people have never used a fucking phone. So this whole like phone thing really is only applying to half of us. Every one of you on the phone, this is applying to you, which is everyone who's watching this. So this applies to everyone watching this, but it doesn't apply to everyone in the world at all because a lot of people don't have phones. I really can't find my phone now. Oh, but you're on my phone, the camera. But I have 2 phones. That's the crazy part. I don't need 2 phones though. This one I'm selling, but I got the new phone because of the better camera. That's where they fuck you, you know? I didn't need a new phone. The phone worked, but they make you think you need the better fucking camera. It's terrorism. Because if I just like had a good camera, then I wouldn't be buying these new phones, but I actually do have a camera. That's what's fucked up. The phones are a problem because they keep making you buy things because buying things are so easy now. You know, the phones make it too easy to buy. And that's why everyone has a phone. Not so we'll communicate with each other. No, the government doesn't want that. They don't want us, they're like, who gives a shit? Communicate all you want. You're not talking about anything anyway. Like, who gives a fuck? We are though, we are talking about things. But wait, what? No, we have the phones to buy shit, and the communicating is a byproduct of the buying stuff. And our communication, it could be revolutionary, it could be cool, and like, whoa, threat to the status quo. But a lot of the communication is like, you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. Fighting, war. The phones may cause peace, they also cause war, which is why everyone has one, because we're in like a social war with each other. Like, I'm outraged. No, I'm outraged. No, I'm outraged. You know, I'm outraged. Like that, we do that through the fucking phones. The phones. But I get it. Like, if we didn't have the phones, I wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't be watching this. This wouldn't be happening. So like, I have gratitude for the phones. I do, you know, like the phones are bringing me something, but they're taking something. Are you the phone? Are you the phone giving more than you're taking? This is the question. I mean, it's an addiction, so we can't even be like objective about it. Like, I'm like, oh, it's giving more. I mean, sure, addict, you know? It's like, it's an addiction, and I'm addicted to it, and so are you. And so is everyone who has, not everyone who has one, but most of us. Me, you know, like if I go and I'm driving and I get to a stoplight and it's red, I'm like, oh, I should check my phone. Like, I didn't used to do that. When I didn't have a phone, I just waited at the stoplight, you know, just with my thoughts for a second. And now it's like, my thoughts, fuck that. I'm gonna just look at this phone. Right, and then this is what everyone says. It's like, you have to be alone with your thoughts to be bored, because bored is the mother of insight. Boredom is the mother of insight. Because it's through boredom that you have to come up with an idea to do something to deal with your boredom. So the phone keeps you away from boredom. You're never bored because you're looking at your phone, and then you're not doing something because you're looking at your phone because you're never bored. The only reason why we do anything is because we're fucking bored. Like, people make art because they're bored. You know, people figured out cheese because they were bored. Like, who figures out cheese? And like mushrooms, you know, some bored monkey figured out mushrooms. A monkey with a phone wouldn't have like eaten mushrooms from cow shit. Like, that's a dare. Someone dared that monkey man to do that. And like, that's cool. Like, people do still do things, even though they're phones though. You know, like, science is happening. Like, scientists put down their phones to do science. Like, we didn't ask for the phone to be designed. It was just given to us. Like, I didn't know I ever needed an iPhone. Like, I could never have conceptualized an iPhone unless someone's like, don't you want this iPhone? And then by just like developing the iPhone without asking me if they should make it first means that like I am, and I didn't want it to be made. I mean, maybe I did want it to be made because it is made. But the phone is part of the human melding into the machine, right? Like, that's the whole thing with the singularity, is we become one with machine. So this is step one. Is this even worth trying? I kind of want to do a podcast.